All right, here we have Meinklang. So this is a sparkling rosé coming from Austria. There is a part of Austria called Burgenland, which is very close to the border with Hungary, and there is a lake called Lake Neusiedlersee. I may not be pronouncing that perfect, but most importantly is not the pronunciation, is that you know there's a lake there. The reason that that's important when it comes to production in wine is because these bodies of water help stabilize the temperature to keep it consistent, especially when that transition from daytime to evening. It actually helps, you know, in a lot of continental climates, when you don't have bodies of water to help stabilize that extreme temperature drop at night. Anyway, basically because there's that body of water, it makes it ideal for grapes to grow next to that region. So that's what Burgenland is. So we're right next to the border with between Austria and Hungary, and Meinklang is the producer. You see there's this like bovine here, a cow in the center of the label. We're drinking Prosa, which is the 2020 vintage, and it is a blend of Pinot Noir, Zweigelt, and Blaufrankisch. And Blaufrankisch is a grape you find commonly in this area of the wine world. Also with, I say Zweigelt, but Zweigelt Pinot Noir. And you get this really kind of juicy and tart profile. It's, think raspberry. I would like to think like tart raspberry, like mountain strawberry, even a little bit of hibiscus in the profile on the nose and the palate. It is made in a style that has a touch of residual sugar. It's not overtly sweet at all. You don't notice it with the perception on the palate because these grapes have good acidity, but it does have about 15 grams of residual sugar per liter. Again, it doesn't taste sweet. It just kind of adds to like the texture and the mouthfeel, and it's not bone dry. So it's also this cow on the label is an homage to the Demeter biodynamic principles behind this estate, and Meinklang is committed. They actually have, I don't know if you can see here, it's a Demeter certified here in this corner label. It's actually quite a difficult certification to get in the wine industry as well as the agriculture world. It's very strict. It's essentially beyond organic. If you're interested, we'll have a video later on that talks about biodynamics and the Demeter certification. It's something that if you see it on a label, just know that it's really hard to get. It takes the producer a long time to show, and to not only to show, but to establish the principles that are part of being biodynamic. And essentially it's as close to the kind of ancient traditional way of making wine. No pesticides. They don't get to use any synthetic tricks when they have problems in the vineyard, and it's just a really natural, extremely honest way to make the product. And also can be a little bit difficult because Mother Nature's not always easy. You know, Mother Nature kind of has like mood swings sometimes, and you have to know what to do. It takes a long time to get to that point and a lot of dedication. So that's kind of the point of bringing up that it's Demeter certified. This is delicious by the pool. So when it's hot outside, or even like on a picnic, if you're like sitting under the tree in the summertime, this is a great picnic wine. Also great on its own. A lot of these wines that are in lot number 1 are super on their own, but also pair well with food. If you're having something that's slightly spicy, wines that have a few grams of residual sugar that are a little bit higher than normal, are a delightful pairing with like Thai food, especially if it's on the spicier side, or any other cuisines that are spicy. I know there's others, you know, but if you just happen to, even if you're making like a protein dish that has a lot of spice to it, it may not seem like a obvious pairing, but it's a great pairing. It's a great pairing to choose something that has, you know, a few extra grams of residual sugar that are naturally left in there. So anyway, this is Meinklang. It's a sparkling rosé from Austria. It's called Prosa 2020 vintage, and it's super tasty.